Hey guys, Nate here. Now I'm on my bed at the moment because I wanted to do this by my desk, but unfortunately there's not really a light source in my room, so I'm kind of doing it from my bedroom and on my bed. So I ordered something almost 2 weeks ago, and surprisingly it got here. Now I was a bit disappointed because I was supposed to find out that I was supposed to pay import tax, which I'm gonna have to eventually to FedEx, which came through it, because I realised packages over from Japan, that's like over 135 quid, would incur a tax that I did not expect. But then I did not expect fucking FedEx to deliver. But I will have to pay that tax sooner or later. So with that being said, I think it's about time we should stop talking and open up. Did you guys hear about the news in Venezuela? I think that's good news. If I have to be honest, I don't do politics because of how brain-rottingly retarded it is, but I actually kind of am happy that they got rid of another statist. Now if they can do the same for the UK and America, I would be happy. So we've got a plug, but unfortunately I won't be using it because... Hang on, let me just open this. Okay, so for context, this is the plug the item came with. Unfortunately it won't work because this is a plug from Japan. It's 2-prong. I won't be using it anyway because, well, I mean, I'm going to be mostly using batteries, portablism as it's called. And this is, for context, our plugs. Compared this to the Japanese plugs, there is a stark difference. Oh, and by the way, this is for my new keyboard. I had acquired last month actually. It's a Yamaha PSR 175 from my parents. So with this being said now, it's time to open the main attraction. This just looks amazing. Here we are. The Boss SP202. Now, I know people will say, why didn't you just get a 404? That will be in my next to get list later on, but it's not an importance. Now, let me introduce this. This is the SP202. It's a sampler from 1997 or 98. It's almost like 30 years old. So over here we have the two knobs being volume and control. Bit wobbly, but that's fine. This is the control. The control usually does with these effects. You got low pass, high pass. These are filters. We got pitch and time. This pitches the sound, but this also stretches the time. This is delay. Kind of gives that sort of note. Ring modulator gives that weird metallic setting. I won't be using it because it's probably the most useless fucking effect in the whole thing. So here we have like tap tempo. I have no idea what these are for. I got to actually review the manual, which I have online, but I don't have in physical. when recording, you have these modes. You have hi-fi, standard, lo-fi 1 and lo-fi 2. This basically doesn't pitch, but basically gives a certain like distinct sound, where hi-fi is the highest of settings of sound. Then you have standard, then lo-fi 1 and lo-fi 2 being really low, and you've got like about, I think it's like all different kilohertz. Then with the sampling sound, you have mono and stereo. Stereo has that effect where it has like, gives you two like dual hearing, like if you're hearing from a speaker, and mono is pretty much just one speaker as a whole. We have trigger and gate. Trigger is where you just press one of these pads and it will only play once it finishes. Gate, you can just press it and just release it and it just opens up and closes the sound. Next here you've got the loops and one shot. Loop means it will continue playing in a continuous loop, whereas one shot is, well, it is. Now next sound stuff here we have normal and reverse. Reverse plays the sample backwards, whilst normal plays it normally. Now you have these here saying bank, you got A, B, C and D. I'll explain that here now. Here we have the banks. This one is A and B, which is for the internal memory. And the internal memory, depending, can hold a lot if you so choose a certain sample grade. It depends on the sample grade because it gives you certain time limits. Now, if you was recording in hi-fi and stereo, you would get about at least within 30 seconds of sampling time, which is lesser sampling time than the P033. But you can use different sample grades to heighten the time alongside with the stereo and mono. Because if you hit record on lo-fi 2, you would get about 4 minutes and 20 seconds of sampling time, which is pretty insane. Now we have the remain and cancel. Now I believe if you hit cancel, you can delete samples through here and so on. Remain is displayed here through this BPM counter, because it will tell you how much time is in the internal memory. Now C and D is where the memory card goes, which is located here. Unfortunately, it doesn't use anything like SD card. It uses smart media card, which is something you'd find in old Kodak and Fujifilm digital cameras. The problem with finding a memory card for this is that this doesn't accept most smart media cards that run at fucking 3.4, where the current media cards are like 3.3. This one demands one for like 5 volts. Now here we have the record and mark button. What it does is this records what you're sampling from. So over here we have the line in and line out. Line in takes from the from a external source like a CD player, a record player, tape cassette, your PC, so on. And you can record it to one of these 8 pads. You have 8 pads which all can be having the sample recorded here into each one of these pads. holds the certain pad. If you've got like a sample or a drum loop or break, it will continuously play that. Although you could actually just hit trigger and loop. Source, like I say, goes through the line in, and it does like stuff like CDs, tapes and all that. Heck, even other samplers. And I've been thinking about utilising this for drums whilst I use this for melodics. It does have MIDI in and MIDI out, but let's be honest, I have no idea how to use MIDI, so I'm not going to pretend. And then we have the mark, where it takes one of these samples and it hits a point where you want it to start and where to end. So yeah, that is the Boss SP202. I will be doing more sessions with these, and I will be using it in conjunction with the P033, because the thing is, from my understand, when using external sources for stereo outputting, I will most likely lose at least 2 of the 4 polyphony voices it uses. But that's about it. So this is my Boss SP202, and I'm going to have fun. If you like what you saw, remember to like, comment and subscribe if you so choose to. I've been Nate. Now I'm going to be testing this out and trying to make something more, well, awesome. Remember to like, comment and subscribe if you so choose to. Have a good one.